Well, hi, everyone. My name is Mike McCaffrey. I'm with Smart Street. I'm the regional account executive for a couple of states, but since we're here in Sarasota, we're going to talk just Florida. So my territory is split, but I start in Sarasota and go up through Jacksonville and then also over into the Panhandle. We are a full-service bank. A lot of you may remember the name, Smart Street. We've been in the business for well over 20 years, have been a sponsor member of CAI National, and today we're talking about the CAI Forum. I started about 3 years ago with Smart Street, and I was trying to learn the business as fast as possible and really understand the HOA community. And I started to receive emails on a daily basis, and it just opened up the world. And I could really start to understand what board members and others go through. And I just found it extremely valuable. And to the point where as we've brought on new people in the staff of salespeople for the company, if they ask me, how can I learn the business, I always say, look, it's all about reading the daily forums coming from CAI. And they have not said anything negative yet, but it's been a really pleasurable experience to learn the business this way. So as I've been reading all of these, I've always kept seeing this name, Connie Morrow, as being someone that has responded constantly, and it just almost on every kind of question, subject, if you want to ask. And I was like, wow, she's really on top of it here. And, there was a few other folks, but Connie just really always was so helpful, and you could see that in the comments coming back from all these folks and their responses. So fast forward down in Sarasota at one of the breakfasts, I heard Connie Morrow, and there she was in the room. So I was finally able to go over and thank her for myself, but I think for all of you that read the forums of just the amazing information that she's provided all of us over the years. So we're here today to talk to her and learn a few things, and we'll go from there. So let me introduce you to Connie Morrow.
Thank you, Mike. My name is Connie Morrow, and I'm currently a member of the Florida Legislative Action Committee for the Community Association Institute, and I've been with them for several years. I am also the secretary of the Florida West chapter. I remember very well the day that I met Mike, and I really appreciated him coming up and talking with me. My background with the forum is very similar to his. I found that the forum was an excellent place to go to learn to learn things about community management, and to learn things about the Community Association Institute and our three major parts of the CAI membership. So the forum, the forum appealed to me because I really and truly do, and I do appreciate being able to share information. And one of my primary interests in being active in the Community Association Institute is the same reason I was active in the community. In all of the condos that we've owned, I've been on the boards. Wow. Or I've been involved with the committees. And volunteerism is something that we grew up with, that I grew up with. So it seemed like a natural thing to do, to be a part of the community and help the community grow. I continue to offer my services to mentor boards and homeowner leaders because I appreciated having people who were experienced mentor me. and growing up through my career and my work life, from the time I was in my 20s right up until, I would say within the past 6 months, I've had people who are more knowledgeable and more experienced and have points of view that they're willing to share with me that helps me. And I am an educator, I guess, at heart. So one of the things about the forum that appealed to me was that there were other owners reaching out, that there were business managers and attorneys and other professionals that were willing to go ahead and come into that forum and say, hey, here's something you might look at, here's something you might think about. And so in that, Mike, I think we shared that feeling with the forum.
No, it's like I said, there's too many subjects that I could throw out that came up, but it was just amazing to me to just see so many different questions coming out about you name it, and it just opened my eyes to that this is one tough business, and there's so much going on, so much changing. We have people coming and going, so it's a constant learning curve for so many people, and that's why what you help us all with your wisdom means so much. I was wondering, how long have you been participating on the forum? I mean, like I said, whatever you say, it just to me is like law. No one I've ever seen question. So you're on it. You got it.
I think I probably started getting active in the forum. I don't know if it was 6 years ago or 10 years ago.
Wow.
It's been quite a while. And I started getting active with our local CAI chapter probably 5 or 6 years ago, and that was because I personally saw a need. If you want to make a change, you need to become a part of the process, one way or the other, in order to help bring the change about and to find consensus. So I've enjoyed that. That was another major part of the Western Florida CAI that I really care about.
Wow, very nice. It is amazing how much you're absorbing and you're enjoying it, and now you're helping all of us get a better understanding at, once again, so many levels. So I was also kind of curious. We were kind of talking about just recent threads that are popping up on the forum, and I mean, it just runs the gamut. It's just truly amazing. I was just wondering, any thoughts on some of the current things that are happening, or any comments on seeing any trends that seem to be happening in the last 3 to 6 months that more people are asking kind of the same questions?
I think there are some threads that are constants in the forum. In fact, there are things that people come back to time and time again. And one of the things I'm really pleased with is that CAI headquarters listened to feedback regarding the operation of the forum and how the forum itself works, how it responds as a tool. And up until very recently, you could not go through the history of the forum. There wasn't a way to be able to go back and find previous threads on topics where questions have been asked and answered time and time and time again. And that was very frustrating. And I thought it was really exciting when CAI began to update their business operations solutions so that it was possible. You can actually go in and you can research and bring up the thousands of inputs that are in there on topics that have been discussed and answered, and they're fantastic.
Good point. You're reminding me of that. I remember seeing a lot of people say, "Hey, go back in," and there's a lot of information about that question that you're asking.
And if you and open up the page and go to the upper right hand corner, I mean, we even have individuals that come on the forum and explain step by step how to use the documents and the tool itself, so that you can go back and look at things. One of the things we haven't talked about is the Florida Forum.
Yes. This is big news, right?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. What have you heard about the Florida Forum?
But I hear it's going to be rolling out in August. So it's going to be for all of the chapters within Florida itself, that everyone can see what each other is doing in their own areas of the state. That's the bits of information I know so far.
Well, out on the national level, the national forum, there are some individuals out there. I think of Jim and Dave especially, who actually refer to Florida land, and so somebody made a comment about recognizing that things are a little different down there in Florida land, and things are different down here in Florida land. And so every once in a while out there on the national forum, something will come up about Florida land, and I will, if I'm responding to something that's just, well, here in Florida land, what we do, because it is different, and the laws are different from state to state, and the way they do things in California with Davis Sterling really is different from how we do things here in Florida. There are a lot of similarities, and so what we're going to be doing with our forum here in Florida is making it possible for homeowner leaders and managers and our professional support people to be able to discuss those things that are Florida specific. And that's really exciting. Looking forward to it in August.
With that, I would just, as I said in the beginning of all of this, how much I appreciate your vast knowledge that's going to help me for many years. There is so much that I need to learn, looking forward to learn, and I really hope this will bring more awareness. I mean, I'm hoping the vast majority of people part of the chapter and stuff are utilizing the national, but now we'll have the opportunity to use the regional, the state. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how that's going to mature. And, but it's because of people like yourself that contribute to make us all understand all of this craziness. And,
I think Scott's notion of us pulling together a Florida land forum is wonderful, and it fits just so beautifully into what's happening in Florida with the recent changes in legislation, because we are going to have, we're going to see an increase and a significant improvement in the training opportunities and the levels of training and the extent of training that are going to be required for managers as well as for homeowner leaders, board members. And there will be continuing education units that have to be met as well. So you'll have that initial training, and then you will have to go back for refresher training every year, and that's a good thing. That is a really positive move, and I'm very excited about that. That's one of the reasons I wanted to get involved with CAI West Florida anyway, was because I really believe that that we could push out training and orientation for new homeowners, and even being able to train people that are buying into communities that have not officially incorporated and transitioned to be a full up on their own homeowner association. I think that it's important to get people as they're coming in and giving them a good solid foundation. And I think that this is going to do that. I think that this is going to provide some fantastic opportunities.
Yeah.
So and we are very much appreciative of our business partners and the professionals like you who are out there trying to help us and support us.
Yes.
So thank you as well.
My honor.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Okay, you guys.
Well, thank you to all of you that have watched this video, the first one that we've done. Thank you, Connie, so much for all of your advice and wisdom. We look forward to seeing all of you down the road. Don't forget, the Florida new form is going to come soon. And please send us all feedback, but I think this is going to be a home run. So thank you. I'm Mike McCaffrey with Smart Street. Have a great day.